Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, Episode 1002. Top 5 Things to Ignore when Starting as an Author. Yesterday was episode 1001, and I know what you're thinking. That's a prime number, Greg, but it's not. Next prime number after 1,000 is 1009. So hopefully we'll remember to note that when that comes. There's Stanley. Let's turn that a little bit. There he is. He's licking. That's not... Yes, a licking dog. All right. What do you ignore? The dissenting voices, usually family and friends, and those people who are like, oh, how's your little book project coming? Demean it. No, just ignore those people. You want to write a book? Write a book. That's what it takes. And then the other people are the opposite side of the coin. The you must. Oh, you're writing a book? You must read this book. You must do this. You must put in a character of this type. You must. Relax here, big fella. Take it easy. Don't have an aneurysm. I'm going to write the story that I want to write. I'm writing the story. I would say if you want to sell the story, you kind of write with the reader in mind, but you can do that without listening to the you must people. You must do this. And then, of course, there's the folks, buy my author help book or buy my course. Yes, I know I promote some stuff too. I've written books that I charge for. I used to give them away for free, but I charge now. And all the videos, these videos are all available for free, as long as you watch the ads, because I do get some revenue from that. You know, daddy's got to eat, right? So, but you have to, no, you don't have to take any course. You don't have to buy any books. You don't have to do any of that. You know what you have to do? You have to write the book. Outside of that, ignore those voices, ignore those ads, especially once you identify yourself as an author on Facebook. You get targeted with all the author ads. Hey, you can publish in 1 week. You can be a bestseller next month. You can be, stop it. Don't succumb to that. Those are a little better than scams. Nobody's going to be a bestseller unless you're actually a bestseller. You write a book that people want to read and real people are buying it and say, yes, I love that story and I want more. So I say, forget the gurus. Yeah, you're looking at me. I'm not a guru. I write books. I write a lot of books. I do pretty well. But guru, no. You cannot hire me to consult one-on-one. I don't do that because I'm not taking responsibility for your career. So ignore the gurus. Building a brand. And I tell people this. You need to decide what kind of brand you want. Maybe get your newsletter started and set up and your corporation, prepare for success and build a network of fellow authors. Well, you know what? You don't have to do any of that either. You can do that, but wait until you've written your book first. So as you're writing your book, write the book. Most important thing to focus on. Ignore all that other noise that you have to do this other stuff while you're writing your book, because you don't. You can do it later, and the longer you put it off, the harder it will be to get traction. But you don't have to do it right away. So ignore that other stuff, the business, the brand, the advertising. Just get the book written. And then the final thing that I'll tell you to ignore is that you think that your first effort has to be as good as your favorite author's book. You have a favorite book or a favorite bunch of books, and you think that, hey, I want to write just like this. Of course, everybody does. That's how you start writing. And you write it, and it's not that good. Of course it isn't going to be. Give yourself some latitude. It's your first effort, and then keep working on it. Write more books. Don't keep rewriting that same book, because then you'll have just one book. Who wants just one book? No, you want a bunch of books, because you can sell backlist. The best way to sell your last book? Next book. So ignore the thinking that you have to write a great book, your first book out. It's your first book. It's your first try. Imagine going out and playing the bagpipes your first try. You know what that's going to sound like? You better have earphones on, right? You better earmuffs and not have to listen to that. So your first effort, it does not ignore the fact that you're thinking that it has to be just like your favorite author's best book. No, it does not. Give yourself some latitude. Write that book. That's the one thing you have to do. 2 things. Write a great book. Put it in the right reader's hands. Everything else is easy. Peace, fellow humans.